we're going to be looking at is the success at the moment of Isle of Man swimming, and I'm delighted to welcome to the studio the Isle of Man swimming head coach, Lee Holland. Lee, a very good evening to you. Thanks for coming up. You found us.
We did indeed. Thanks, Tim.
Just printed out today, just for my own sheer nosiness, the records, and it's a really good record sheet that's kept right up to date on the Isle of Man swimming website there, and the number of current names on there. That's got to be good for you as a coach to see some of the old records being obliterated.
Absolutely, yeah. The names that we're seeing coming through now on that sheet, it's only when you actually look at it on paper you see how many records have gone within that well, certainly the last 2 years since I've been involved with Isle of Man swimming. It makes it particularly pleasing for myself, obviously. But you look at the names that are still in the pool now, and there's not many what I call old school records left, and we are chasing them down. Well, I remember as hard as we can, you know.
I remember it's only several years ago now, but Olivia Rawlinson, I remember doing a similar thing, and she had about 60 different records, and she's only got a few now.
Yeah, there's not many of it. I think there might still be a couple on there.
There are a couple, yes.
The girls look at those as particular targets, because I think there's a sell by date on records where they say, do you know what, it's about time they went now. Well, and I certainly put that forward to my athletes, you know, say, come on, let's make this as current as we can.
Well, we all know throughout sport of the achievements of Laura Kinley and Charlotte Atkinson, but it's the boys that are coming through as well. We know about Grant Halsall, and Guy Davies has come to the fore in recent times. Absolutely. But there's a few others there now, aren't there?
There are, yeah. Like you say, I mean, the girls are doing a fantastic job. They continue to do that. They're continuing to break records and continue to improve their own times. But like I say, we have got a set of lads coming through, particularly younger lads. That 15-16 age group seems to be particularly strong at present. You've got your Alex Bragazzi and Brodie Hewison in particular. Yeah. Now coming into being they're within 1% of Glasgow consideration times. Breaking junior records and really starting to light things up. Guy's doing a fantastic job. He's been around a little bit longer, but he's still going and still improving. So yeah,
3 records for Guy already this year, and Brodie as well has taken one this calendar year, and we're very early on in the year. Sure. So that is good to hear. How much has the Arena League been part of the development? Because you did that for the first time last year.
We did. It was the first time that the island's been involved with the Arena League is the National Swimming League. Yeah. And it's the first time we've taken it on, because obviously in the past it's been logistics of getting a team across. It's a 30 squad team event. Yeah. So, like I say, it's always been seen as a little bit too much of a job to get us over for a Saturday night swim. But we've managed it through support from Isle of Man Sport, particularly in terms of help with the new venture in terms of travel. And we turned it into a development process where after the racing on the Saturday night, before we came home, we accessed some training time in the 50-metre pool, both in Manchester, which was the Commonwealth pool, and in Stockport as well. So it's been a real development process, and it's given us a real sense of team. The team want to compete for one another now rather than against one another as they have done in the past.
Well, that's good to hear. And you've also got an open meet in the offing this year as well.
We have. We're just firming up the final details, but it's going to be our first open event involving swimmers from across on an invitation basis. We're looking at it being the 5th and 6th of July, and that is also going to include an open water event, which we've never done on the island before. So
where's that going to be at?
It's going to be at Morwick Park up in Ramsey. So yeah, that's going to be a really, really exciting event, and that'll be open to all comers, be it triathletes, open water swimmers. I know the island has a lot of those. Tim, if you fancy getting your trunks on and coming up and doing a bit yourself.
You haven't seen me in a pool, obviously, before. But that we'll keep a watching brief on that one. Great. But a 24-hour sponsored swim as well in the offing?
There is. That information will be on our website and on our Facebook page. That's on the 13th to the 14th of April. And that's a Peel Pool. We're having the Isle of Man Swimming Club are running a 24-hour relay format event, and we're also having a visitors event for a 1-hour team trophy.
Yeah.
So we'll be inviting visiting teams to come and take part in that as well. We're raising money both for Isle of Man Swimming Association and joint with Hospice.
Yeah.
And the money that Isle of Man Swimming Association raise will be partly towards developing our disability swimming strand that we've started touching on this season as well, and we're already showing success in. So we're hoping we can.
That's important to inclusive, isn't
Absolutely,
it, for everyone?
Yeah, and like I say, we've got one athlete at the moment in our disability programme, performing at British level. He's only 11. His name's Ben Granger, and he's actually number 1 in Great Britain in 7 different events.
Wow.
And that's under the age of 13, and he was only 11 a couple of weeks back. So he really is
one to watch.
Firing, and like I say, British Paraswimming have taken him onto their world-class programme, what they call the Spotlight programme. So that's the first Isle of Man athlete we've had on that sort of programme before.
Got to ask you before we finish, Commonwealth Games got to be the big one this year, hasn't it?
It certainly is, yeah. It's coming up on us fast. After the success from Bermuda, it's
how good. Just let's just reflect on Bermuda. How good was that to put the Channel Islands in their place?
Oh, I tell you what, I think they're still smarting from that. They really they weren't expecting us to come and do what we did. And I'm not going to apologise for it. I thought it was great.
Why should you?
But like I say, following on from the success of Bermuda, Glasgow, we've got 6 athletes that have already hit the consideration standard.
Yeah,
obviously,
6.
That doesn't mean they're selected yet. They have to be they have to be approved. But 6 of them at present, with a further 3 that are within 1% of those standards. So there's a realistic potential to have 9 athletes, certainly in the achieving those consideration standards.
Well, historically, if you look at it, and we've been doing the research just downstairs to double check our figures. Melbourne 1 swimmer Olivia Rawlinson, Delhi 1 swimmer selected was Grant Halsall, but he didn't go in the end with injury.
Yeah.
So to go from that, a 1 and a 0 to potentially 6 or more.
Yeah. I mean, it's certainly they're making me look good. It really is an exciting time for Isle of Man swimming, and like I say, these guys are now competing for one another. They really are pushing things forward, and like I say, the support that we're getting from our sponsors in terms of the financial backing that we've had from AXA Wealth International and Britannia International has been absolutely priceless for the development of what we're doing, and also in terms of actual practical help that we're getting both from Isle of Man Sport, the Sport Aid facility, and the Sports Institute, and also for those athletes that aren't quite at that level yet, we've actually got a partnership with the Bodyworks gym on Kingswood Grove in Douglas to allow those swimmers that maybe aren't quite on the Sport Aid level yet to that stepping stone up. And like I say, I firmly believe that's why we're getting these swimmers coming through at a younger age on the whole, but still achieving the same standards as what we'd expect from senior athletes. Well, so it really is, it's exciting times.
It certainly is, and it's been good talking to you, Lee, and we like success stories, without doubt. So you're definitely providing that, and if you'd like to come up again, and we'll just focus in a bit more on the Arena League when we're getting up and running there. And,
absolutely,
and also great. The Open Meet as well.
I shall let you have your entry form as soon as they're out.
I'm withdrawing that invitation now. Thanks very much, Lee.
Thank you.
Friday